Hey everyone, welcome back to Rock Stardust. My name is Robbie, and today we're going to have a look at the Cure's second album, 17 Seconds. It's a personal favourite, and it was the beginning of an icy trilogy, which really set them apart and gave them their true sound and took them forward with their special, unique blend of post-punk goth, genius songwriting, unique playing, great sort of inspirational concepts. So 17 Seconds to me, what's very interesting about it, it's the term 17 seconds as actually like a way from a sort of a spiritual sort of manifestation. People use that as focusing their attention on a goal or something positive, which matches the vibration for them to help them achieve that goal. So that's something that I only recently learned. So there's different inspiration along the way. It's also, the album very much is a reflection on measuring time, and that comes through the album as we go. So it's recorded at Morgan Studios, released on the 18th of April 1980 by Fiction Records. The first of those, that run of 3 albums before they did their pop stuff as well. So it follows on from Three Imaginary Boys, which was more pop rock kind of feel, more accessible, and this is a big change. So you had Robert Smith on guitar, vocals, guitar, Simon Gallup on bass, Lawrence Tolhurst on drums, and Matthew Hartley on keyboards. So this is the only album he played keyboards on, and he has a huge impact. So it was produced by Mike Hedges and Robert Smith. And the album, I describe it captures a shadowy gloom. Robert Smith creates an otherworldly, unsettling, isolated environment that I find strangely comforting. Its hypnotic, cold, stripped back feel can be attributed to Robert actually writing the bulk of the material in his parents' home using a Hammond organ with a built-in tape recorder. So you can see how that sparseness would have come through. And the use of, like the drum machine vibe there as well. But yeah, it's very much post-punk meets goth. And much of the album, it's chilling, but it's uniquely positioned in the way that it transmits you to another world. It's very, very unique in that space. So yeah, fantastic album. So let's get into it. I'd like to add that much of the material and the change of direction for The Cure was very much, I believe, impacted by when Robert Smith joined Siouxsie and the Banshees during 1979 when he replaced John Mackay on the road. That would be, to me, a key pivotal moment where he's moved away from just the pop focus to that more, alternative sort of gothic, spacey sound, And guys, please don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this sort of material, and do leave your comments in the comment section. So kicking off side 1 is A Reflection, which is a tense atmospheric instrumental with haunting piano lines. It's very reflective, as in the title. Dreamlike isolation, I describe it. It takes you to another place, and it just sets the album up. And with that special initial mood. Coming up next, flowing on, is Play for Today, which is more upbeat. Great guitars there, where it builds up, really punchy bass, and strange, alluring sort of drum, synth sound, cymbal crash, which of that sound that comes through. It's really brooding, and it sort of has a pattern through the album. And that song is particularly impressive. It's sort of, the lyrics tell me I'm wrong, I don't really care, you're always crying, it's just your part in the play for today. Really cool. And then the next track is number 3, is Secrets, which is foreboding, catchy, moody piece, which sort of fits perfectly into the space. Up next is number 4, is In Your House. To me, it's an overlooked gem. It's one of my favorite tracks. It's very cool guitar playing from Robert Smith. Very clever chords he's using, and arpeggios he's playing. It's very clever. Very dreamlike, again, like From Another World. Reminds me of somehow Happy House by Susie and the Banshees. I'm not sure, but it feels like they kind of fit together. But it's very much about like impending doom, like playing out in a haunted house, as time slowly passes by. Track 5 is it's called 3. It's just a moody 2.5 minutes of piano, distant noises. It's very isolated and very sinister. So moving on to side 2. First track on side 2 is The Final Sound. It's moody instrumental. It's short. It leads perfectly into an amazing song, A Forest. What more can I say about this track? It's absolute perfection from that opening intro. Awesome build up with Smith's haunting guitar riff, that daunting riff. It's great, and then it gallops through with the galloping bass there. It's a sensational, frantic, and menacing, song that comes together perfectly with a huge, long intro, well over a minute long before the vocals come in. And then it sort of sets it apart where you just go to this place where it's like being in a forest and you're running and it's chaotic, but incredibly impressive. It's an impressive track. And I could listen to it again and again and again and again. All right. So the next track is just called M, which is just really more of a drum sound, like a drum machine, that cymbal crash thing coming in again. Very cold, again, very, very mysterious. It's got spiky indie guitars from Robert Smith, and yearning longing. Flows on very well from The Forest, actually, in the way that it fits with the album. Track number 4 is At Night. It's mysterious, foreboding, gloomy. This is a very dark track. Strong drumming from Tolhurst, edgy guitar riff. It's mysterious synth sound again, but it stays with that full isolation, eerie, cold theme. So it's really foreboding. And you can see here that keyboard playing is very sparse. So I think from what I gather, Matthew Hartley was very much controlled by Robert Smith with, you're not going to go and do a Rick Wakeman here, it's going to have to stay with the mood that we want to capture. So he kept him sort of to keep to the vibe he wanted, rather than overplay. The final track is 17 Seconds, which is dark, gloomy, full of longing again. It sort of finishes the album off in completion, that the dream had to end, the wish never came true, and the girl starts to sing. 17 seconds is a measure of life. So it's a very deep, meaningful way to close the album out, and again it continues that cold, isolated theme, but mesmerizing at the same time, and completes the album beautifully. The album itself, the artwork is very dark and mysterious and blurred and out of focus, as is the band shots of the band members as well. So that's very much in play there. I'll grab that for you. So that's it there. You can see the out of phase shot there, which is very influenced by Robert Smith being very interested in Japanese art at the time. And at the back there, the guys, it's all blur, the photos there as well. But it fits perfectly with the cold, icy vibe of the album. But it is a fantastic album, absolutely magnificent, and is unique again, where it takes you to that unique space. So check it out. Please do like and subscribe. We'll be doing more material like this, so if you enjoy that, please join in and add your comments in the comment section. Cheers. Catch you next time.